Hi everyone, I'm Claire.
And I'm John.
And today we're talking about Pooh scare.
Can't even say that.
I can't say it without laughing. Pooh scare. Read the title on the article.
Yeah.
Don't just listen to me, and then you might know what I'm talking about and what I'm not talking about. But it's P-O-O-H. It's Pooh, like Pooh Bear, right?
Yeah,
Pooh Bear,
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. I'm sure you're familiar with this famous character. He's from books, I think, by A.A. Milne originally, and then he went on to be a huge hit with Disney, and the merchandising is bonkers, and super popular character. But, you know, he started as a book character, illustrated also by the author originally. So did you read Winnie the Pooh when you were a kid?
I don't remember reading it, but I do know that we had exposure to it. I don't know if we read the original Winnie the Pooh book or anything, but we did have exposure. I knew who he was. We might have had some sort of book with Winnie the Pooh in it, but he wasn't super popular in my household.
I see.
Yeah, I didn't get on the Pooh train.
It never gets old, does it?
It never gets old. Yeah. I wonder if he knew he was doing that when he wrote it. What was this,
It's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, 1900s, early 1900s, I guess. 1930 something, I guess. But yeah, I wonder if he knew. He was like, whoop, 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 this is going to cause generations of glee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a great story quickly. When my mother was planning to go into hospital to give birth, she packed 2 Winnie the Pooh books with the intention that while she was in labour, my father would distract her by reading these relaxing traditional stories that she remembers from her childhood. As it turned out, it was a very long and painful labour and everybody got distracted and there was no Pooh reading. Even that could not soothe the labour pains of trying to squeeze me out. But the idea was there. You know?
Yeah.
So I do feel somehow connected at birth with Pooh Bear.
You were almost connected to Pooh Bear.
Yes, the book was close when I was first in the world.
I can't imagine how that could have calmed someone down from labor.
Yeah, it didn't work. Nice idea.
Although I feel like if I were a woman going into labor, like bringing my favorite podcast might be something, or having a favorite movie. But I feel like when you're in the moment, like you said, everyone's just distracted.
Yeah.
You know, with all the sort of bodily fluids and possible blood that happens during this whole process, it reminds me of horror movies.
Yes.
There's some alien shapes happening, possibly heads being like going out of holes.
Yeah, lava ripping themselves out of the human body.
So, do you guys like horror movies? I don't know why you pointed at yourself, but I'll ask you. Do you like horror movies? Were you the alien?
I was the alien ripping myself out.
At least so your mom says.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like some horror movies. I don't like the jump scare ones because it seems a bit of a cheap thrill and it annoys me almost, jump horrors. But other ones I do quite get into.
The slow horror.
From time to time, yes.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, you might be wondering how are we going to connect Pooh and horror movies, but if you haven't heard about this before, I think this article might come as quite a surprise. So I'll let you go ahead and read it, and then when you recover from your shock, please come back and we'll discuss further.
Pooh Scare. Winnie the Pooh has been recast in a gruesome and violent manner now that his iconic character is in the public domain. The plot revolves around Winnie and his buddies killing and eating their donkey friend Eeyore, then going after humans. The movie hasn't received great reviews, although some thought it was interesting to see beloved characters behaving so horribly. Movies with evil versions of Bambi and Peter Pan may be coming soon.